Hi, I'm up here in the sky for my own reasons this time. This isn't anything about ETs or UFOs or anything like that. This is about me, whatever that is. Have you been checking out Who Am I? Inquiring? It's certainly not a body or a mind. But anyway, I had a special experience today, and although I don't understand it very well, that doesn't matter. I don't need to, but the Spirit lets me know I do need to record it. And I didn't feel like writing, so I'm doing it this way. I joined up with the birds today. Um, you've heard me say that I'm one with the crystal, and some of you know that I've also joined up with the trees, and deep in the earth, where their roots are, anywhere around the planet, I'm there. That's me. We're one. I call it sharing I-Am-ness. And it's not at all understandable by mind, so don't bother to try. It's specific and it's not. But anyway, what happened today is I was watching a beautiful video on a subscriber's website of a bald eagle, of a number of them, both captured and free. Oh boy, here we go again with this video thing playing games with me. Let me see if I close a program or two, if that helps. Maybe that'll free up some system memory. Meanwhile, I'm going to keep going. I won't be stopped by anything. Okay, so as I watched this beautiful video, I was moved so deeply to joy and to union and to the beingness of the birds that I don't know. I don't know what it is. I know what it feels like. We just became one. There's such an intensity that it burns all two-ness away, an intensity of love and communion, and I don't know. Like I say, I joined with the birds today, and while I've always loved them and felt close to them and whistled and sung and all that, this is different. This is more along the lines of the way I share identity with Crystal. And it makes no sense to mind, so there's no sense trying to figure it out. Don't bother. It's not figure-outable. But I wanted to journal that this happened today, within the last couple of hours. I don't know, maybe later I'll learn that there were patterns in the sky, or, you know, something astrological that makes sense with it. But it's a very notable experience when something like this happens. It's like an erasure of a certain element of duality from the being. It just goes. It just, it's burned up in the flame of the love and the joining up. You know, these are words. These are words. And as usual, I don't know if this is for publication or not. So many things I think they're not, and then they wind up there, so I won't go there. Do I have anything else to say? I suppose there's more that wants to be said. Maybe there are other people out there that are having these experiences along with me. They're of a really deep intensity. It's nothing that you're not going to notice happening. So if you've had a really, really deep love experience and a joining in heart, what I'm finding, it's with the different parts of nature. It may have started with the crystal, and it really blew me away. It did. It's just so very intense, and the love and the bonding is deep beyond anything understandable. And so that's when I for my own use, invented the word I-Am-ness, sharing being with the crystal, so that wherever you find an element of crystal of any kind, that's me. We're joined and we're bonded in some way that I don't understand and I don't care to. It doesn't matter. It's a love thing. And it just is what it is. And it has happened with different things. It happened with the trees when I was trying to envision and imagine. You know, we have trees everywhere. And just take the USA as a for instance, when it's only a few hundred years that it's been heavily civilized by supposedly an advanced civilization, Western civilization. I don't know how advanced it is. I think we're going to find all the Aboriginal peoples around the world are the advanced ones. But anyway, the loggers went first, and the old growth was cut down and turned into money and houses and things. And so we don't have a lot of old trees. But anyway, in the earth, if you can envision and imagine around the world, even when a tree is cut down and no longer there, the top of it, think of all those roots down there. They're everywhere. And tree roots are extensive, very different for the various types of trees. And so the roots are very much a part of their beingness. And I forget why I was doing this, but I was just exploring, entering into the earth and investigating, and joining with these roots, trying to visualize these roots. And it became a deeply mystical experience, and a joining and a union. Some of this too comes from my reading of the Anastasia Ringing Cedar series of books, and just an intensity of love swells up and overtakes you for something. And I think it might have started, there's a cherry tree I fell in love with early on in the series of books, and I'm not kidding about the level of love that's being discussed here. It's a no-joke thing. It's very real. And I don't think there's any way you can understand this story unless you read the Anastasia books, which I highly recommend. They will change your life. If you're open to that, you will be changed in your reading. Even if you don't read the whole series, you don't have to. Just contact and connect with that energy. Just read the book. Read the first couple or three. You'll be forever changed, and in ways that are inexpressible. You've got to do it to know. So anyway, I joined up with a ringing cedar tree later on, and instead of just being in the roots, then I was in the roots and the trunks of all the trees. And this is all the trees around the world, and I would venture to say in cosmos. I mean, why limit things, right? I don't know. I mean, I really don't. And someday when we have our light beings, our ET mentors, working with us, that are higher dimensional beings, and have their vision more open and able to see, I'll learn what's going on now. But for now, I'm just honestly reporting this as well as I can. So the funny part of the thing with the trees is that I'm in all the trunks and the branches and the roots, but I haven't yet merged with the crowns. And I don't exactly know why this is, but I'm sure that's coming. And so we've got the trees and the crystal, and now the birds. Special experience today, and although I don't understand it very well, that doesn't matter. I don't need to, but the Spirit lets me know I do need to record it. And I didn't feel like writing, so I'm doing it this way. I joined up with the birds today. You've heard like that. This is about me, whatever that is. Have you been checking out who am I? Inquiring? It's certainly not a body or a mind, but anyway, I had heard me say that I'm one with the crystal, and some of you know that I've also joined up with the trees, and deep in the earth. Hi. I'm up here in the sky for my own reasons this time. This isn't anything about ETs or UFOs or anything.